people. Aren't we lucky? Hello, what have we here? Snow White and the Three Bears. That's right, isn't it? But reading was always my best subject. Hang on a minute. Of course! Goldilocks and the 40 Thieves. All right, you get your dog to do as well. Read it yourself. Well, of course. That's what I've been saying all along, isn't it? It's all about me and my bone. There's something in the air. Something in the air. It's a day to make your spirit soar. Flying high and fun galore. Never been a day like this before. There's something in the air. Something in the air. It's the day you want to use your eyes. Keep them open if you're wise. Maybe you are in for a big surprise. It's the day for going to town, my dear, to buy a nice new hat. It's a day for staying at home, my dear, and that, my dear, is that. It's a day for going to market, dear, to get some good fat hogs. It's a day for rolling up your sleeves to cut the winter logs. There's something in the air, something in the air. It's a day to make your spirit soar, flying high and fun galore. Never been a day like this before. It's a day to wear my Sunday best with a ribbon in my hair. It's a day some fellow might suggest a visit to the fair. There's something in the air.
Look, there is something in the air.
Where?
It's coming this way.
Something in the air.
Look!
Something in the air.
There it is!
Something.
Here it comes!
Something.
Can't you see?
Something.
Look!
Something.
Look!
Something.
Hello, Planet 43. Hello, Granny. I've had a wonderful journey. Yes, I'd arrived safely. It seems quite a green and pleasant land. I'll be reporting from time to time. Up a bit.
Hello. Has anyone been looking for me? There's always somebody looking for me, you know. They're all jealous of my bone. They all want it. Well, it's a lovely bone, isn't it? Would you like it? Well, you can't have it. Because it's my bone. My very own bone.
But I don't want your bone.
Well, that's just as well, because I told you in the first... Did you hear something?
I don't like bones. They break your teeth and taste horrible.
I'm sure I heard something.
Nobody wants your bone.
Well, whoever he is, he's a nasty bone hater. Right, come on out and fight. Come out and fight, little dog. Come on, where are you? Come on. Where is he? Can you see him? Over there. Right. Well, I can't. He's over there. Right. He's on the back there. Right. I still can't find him. He's where? Where?
He's climbing up the wall. There!
He's up there. Radio. What funny clothes he's wearing.
Ah, that's better.
Don't you come any nearer. You can't have it.
But I don't want it.
I don't believe you. If you haven't come here from wherever you come from to get my bone, what have you come here for?
Well, I've come to see what the Earth is like.
Well, don't you know?
No, I've never been here before.
Where do you come from, then?
Up there, in space.
Where?
The third planet, on the left, past the moon.
I can't see a thing.
Well, you're not supposed to. You're only a dog.
Oh, yes, but a very exceptional dog, I'll have you know. What do they call you where you come from? Mr. Space?
That's as good a name as any. Call me Mr. Space. What's your name?
Ringo.
Ringo? Haven't I heard that name somewhere before?
Yes, that's right. He pinched it from me. What have you come here for, then?
Well, I've come along to see if I can be of any help.
Well, what could you do to help?
I don't know yet. Depends what the trouble is. What's the matter with everybody down here?
Ah, well, you see, it's like this. People down here have never learned to behave like decent dogs. They're never satisfied with what they've got. They always want something more for themselves. They're always trampling over each other to get at my bone. Trample, trample, trample goes on all the time. But they can't have it, because it's my own. My very own bone. Be it ever so humble, there's nothing like a bone, sweet bone, my very own sweet bone. Everybody's trying to steal my bone, sweet bone. Bone, sweet bone, my very own sweet bone. Nobody will leave me to my own sweet bone. Better watch your master with his little game, getting you to fetch a stone. Gets you running faster, watch him all the same. It's a trick to make you drop your bone. Bone, sweet bone, my very own sweet bone. Everybody's trying to steal my bone, sweet bone. Bone, sweet bone, my very own sweet bone. Why don't they buy a bone of their own sweet bone?
They're as selfish as can be. That's the trouble with humanity.
Not brave and kind like me, they drive me to insanity. When I think of humanity today, there is only one word I can say.
What's that? That's not a very intelligent remark.
It isn't?
No.
Oh, well, I'm sorry, but those are my sentiments. That's right. Very good. Here, have a flea. Bone, sweet bone, my very own sweet bone. Everybody's trying to steal my bone, sweet bone. Bone, sweet bone, my very own sweet bone. Why don't they buy a bone of their own, sweet bone?
Ringo!
I told you so. There's always somebody looking for me. Oh, that's my master, Mickey Merry. He's a very good master, mind you, one of the best, but it's very sad, really. He's not quite right in the, it's a sort of, bone madness. He's always chasing after me, trying to get my bone.
Ringo!
Come on, we better bury this.
Ringo! Where's that doggone dog gone? Have you seen my dog? Have you seen him anywhere? He's a handsome dog with a heart of gold and beautiful, beautiful hair. Have you seen my dog? Have you seen him anywhere? He's a handsome dog with a heart of gold and beautiful, beautiful hair. But if we're on an outing, he likes to run away and keep his master shouting, shouting all the day. Oh, Ringo! Ringo! Have you seen my dog? Have you seen him anywhere?
I'm a handsome dog with a heart of gold, beautiful, beautiful hair.
Got him. Ringo, heel! Isn't he a rascal? And so conceited. But you watch. I'll get him back. Ringo! Ringo! Have you seen my dog? Have you seen him anywhere? He's an ugly dog with a fearsome growl. And horrible, horrible hair.
I'm a handsome dog with a heart of gold and beautiful, beautiful hair.
He's
I'm a
an
handsome
ugly dog with a
heart
fearsome
of
growl
gold.
and horrible,
Beautiful.
horrible,
Beautiful.
horrible,
Beautiful.
horrible.
Beautiful.
Hello. Don't be afraid of me. I'm not going to eat you.
Who are you?
Oh, just a visitor.
What are you doing here?
Having a look round. What are you doing?
Trying to catch my dog. My name's Mickey Merry.
What a strange thing to do.
What's your name?
Call me Mr. Space. So, Ringo is your dog?
Yes, he's a bit crazy, actually. Sort of bone mad. Thinks everybody's out to steal his bone.
And they don't want to.
Oh, of course not. Nobody but a dog would want a dry, old, dirty, smelly bone. Though I must say, sometimes in our house, you'd be grateful for anything to eat.
Why? Don't you get enough?
No, we don't. Mother says it's because Father won't work. Father says it's because I won't work.
I'd like to meet your family. They sound very interesting.
I spend most of my time trying to get away from them. In fact, I'll tell you a secret. I'm leaving.
Where are you going?
To London.
London? Why are you going there?
To seek my fortune.
What's that?
It always rings at the wrong time. It's my mother's alarm clock.
What's an alarm clock?
A thing that wakes you up in the morning.
What are you doing with your mother's alarm clock?
Promise you won't tell.
All right.
Cross your heart and hope to die. I stole it, or on my uncle's advice, just in case I ever get hard up. Excuse me, I think I'd better go and catch my dog. Ringo!
I'll get you. I'll get you in the end, curse you.
More and more extraordinary. Well, who are you?
I'm the king of the rats, of course. Who do you think I was? And this is my charming little family. Stand still when I'm introducing you, you little varmints. Darlings.
Why do you curse Mickey Merry?
I'm cursing him because he's always so cheerful, in spite of being so hungry. But I'll get him in the end. You'll see.
Don't you want him to be cheerful?
No. What is it to be cheerful about? Besides, when he's cheerful, I can't get him under my control. I can't make him become like me.
Excuse me for asking, but would anybody want to be like you?
Why ever not, may I ask? You mean you find my face nasty?
I do, rather.
You don't?
I do.
No.
Yes.
Oh. Well, lots of people do, really, but that's quite easy to change. There you are. How do you like that?
I say that's rather clever.
Oh, I'm clever, all right. I can do it to other people, too. Change a human into an animal. Psst, just like that.
Just like that, eh? Well, I think I'd better be going.
Oh, don't worry, my dear chap. Don't worry. I only change humans into animals on certain conditions.
What are they?
Well, you see, it's like this. Whenever I can get anybody to say, I couldn't care less, I can turn them into an animal.
I couldn't care...
No, stop. Careful. It wouldn't be fair to turn you into an animal so soon. And if you finish that sentence, I just have to do it. Simply couldn't resist it. Besides, I wouldn't know what sort of an animal to turn you into. I don't know you well enough yet to decide. But that's the way it is, you see. Whenever I can get anybody to say, I couldn't care less, into an animal they go. It's so simple, any child can say it. You could say it, or you could say it. Any grown-up can say it. In fact, to tell you the truth, They nearly always do.
I couldn't care less, I couldn't care less. I'm out for myself and I couldn't care less.
What happened to others means nothing to us.
It's number one first or you miss the bus. We gotta get more, more, more. We gotta get more, more, more. We love us with a lifelong love. We're the ones we most adore. We gotta get more, more, more. We gotta get more. We gotta get more. We gotta get more, more, more. We gotta get more, more, more. More, 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 more. We couldn't care less,
Well, you seem to enjoy it.
Oh, I love it. There's nothing so much fun as changing humans into animals, and half the fun of it is they don't know it's happened to them. They go on walking and talking and thinking they're humans all the time.
Is everyone like that?
More or less, more or less. Anyway, they will be by the time I've finished with them. That's enough of that.
As a matter of interest, once they've been turned into animals, is there any way of changing them back again?
Oh, yes, it's quite easy, unfortunately. You see, if they can learn to say please when they want something, and thank you when they've been given it, and sorry, horrible word, when they've done something wrong, my power over them goes. But they're all so greedy and selfish, they always forget it.
You haven't had much luck with Mickey Merry and his family.
That's enough of that. Get back to your work. Go on, off, all of you. We're such a loving little family. Oh!
So I see.
I'll get Mickey Merry. I'll get everyone.
Where do the Marys live?
I'll take you there. Yes, I like you. You could help me. I'll make it worth your while. What do you want? Gold?
Were you ever a member of the Merry family?
No. Mickey Merry has just adopted me as his uncle. He's a good boy, Mickey is. Lets me give him advice, which I do, willingly. Oh, yes, they all love me there. Well, anyway, the old father does. I've got him twice to say I couldn't care. But before he can say less, that ridiculous long-haired dog of his stops him.
Was Ringo ever a human?
No. He's always been a dog. Change him into anything. That's why he's always so impertinent, not the least bit afraid of me. Curse him. Well, if you want to go to the Merrys, you'd better come with me. Now remember, you get them to say, I couldn't care less. And I'll take care of you.
Oh, sorry.
Do you mind? That tail is very, very sensitive.
I couldn't care. But I do care. Don't you?
Father, where are you?
Here I am, Mother.
Well, what are you doing?
Doing the chores, Mother. Doing the chores.
Don't forget to get more wood for the stove.
Here in a jiffy, Ma.
And the lamps need filling with oil.
Right to the top, Ma.
And the dustbins need emptying, don't forget.
How would I forget, Ma? In my rocking chair, I can sit the whole darn day. For it suits me here in my rocking chair, and it's here I mean to stay. Where the devil would I go if you really want to know? I'm the man who invented the go-slow. In my rocking chair, I can sit the whole darn day. She wants me to save, wants me to slave, wants me to feed the chickens and pay the rent, wash up at the sink, lay off the drink, wants me to raise production by 4%. With these proposals I've no quarrel at all, provided I can manage them all. From my rocking chair, I can watch the world go by. What they do out there is their own affair. Never ask me how or why. With my paper and my pipe, I can grumble as I like. I'm the only original one-man strike. In my rocking chair, I can watch the world go by.
Oh, let him growl. It makes me feel good. The only time I like that Persian dog of yours is when he's a-growling.
Oh, I wish I liked you when you growl, and you growl most of the time.
Yeah, well, I've got plenty to growl about.
You haven't done one of the chores.
Jaw.
Do you know, I've lost my precious alarm clock. It was on the shelf where I always keep it, and now it's gone. Have you seen it, Mickey?
What would I want with your old alarm clock? Anyway, you don't need it.
I never used such a thing myself.
Oh, what would you use an alarm clock for? To tell you when not to get up in the morning, when not to feed the pigs, when not to fill the lamps, when not to empty the bins. Oh, you must be lost without one, just lost.
Oh, I wish it would tell you when not to talk so much.
Anyway, Mother, you wouldn't miss it.
Some people are missing more than an alarm clock, if you ask me.
Nobody asked you anything.
No, this home would run a lot better if they did.
What's wrong with our home?
Well, you and I don't see eye to eye about marriage, that's what.
What do you mean?
Well, marriage is a partnership.
I agree.
Yeah, well, in partnership, Pa comes first.
Yes, but in marriage, Ma comes first. Ha, ha, ha.
Good evening, all. Delighted to see you, dear friends.
Hello, Uncle. Oh, don't mind the dog. Hello, Mr. Space. Glad you could come. This is my father.
Hello.
My mother.
Easy.
I see you've already met my uncle.
Oh, yes. We're old friends. Uncle Disgrace, Mr. Space. Very droll.
Very glad to see you, sir. I wish we had something to offer you. It makes me so unhappy not to be able to give guests something. But my husband won't work. And what's worse, he doesn't even worry about it.
Oh, shut up, woman. If you want my opinion of you and your worries, I couldn't care. Can't you stop this pillaging dog from jumping all over me? He's covered me in hair and fleas.
Poor old Ringo. He hasn't got any fleas, have you, Ringo?
No.
He's full of fleas.
I'm glad you came. In the old days, I could have offered you all sorts of things. Plum cake, apple pie, ice cream, sausages and chips.
Oh, please don't go on. You're ruining my solar system.
It's all just a dream of the past.
It's my dream, all right.
Some dream of lovely girl, some dream of golden pearl, some dream of river and mountain and sea. Sleeping the night away, dreaming of things that be, for the things that might be. But I dream of ice cream, sausages and cake, things that you fry, things that you bake. It's such a nice dream ice cream, sausages and cake. Crunching and munching, in dreams I'm breakfasting, darling, and lunching and doting and gloating on endless mountains of thick chocolate coating, and fragrant fish and chips seem to pass my hungry lips, and ginger beer so crystal clear as down my throat it slips. But I dream of ice cream, sausages and cake, things that you fry, things that you bake. It's such a nice dream, I'm afraid to wake. When I dream of ice cream, sausages and cake.
Would you like to dream my dream? Yeah.
I dream of ice cream, sausages and cake. Things that you fry, things that you bake. It's such a nice dream, I'm afraid to wake. When I dream of ice cream, sausages and cake.
I wish you'd stop a-dreaming. If only you did a little regular work on the farm, we wouldn't be hungry.
Work? What's work? I never see any done around here.
So what's the point of working? There's no future in it.
Well, I'm sick and tired of your nagging and narking. I'm going to do something about it.
Oh, what can a boy like you do?
I'm going to London to seek my fortune. And you, Ringo, you've got to come too.
You won't find any fortunes in London nowadays, son. You'll only get into trouble.
Yes, but such lovely trouble.
Well, I'd rather get into trouble than get nowhere at all.
Fortunes are meant to be made. Oceans are meant to be crossed. I want to go. Go!
Oh, no.
You're bound to get killed.
You'll just get lost.
Dangers are meant to be faced. Battles are meant to be won. I want to go. Go!
No, no, what an ungrateful son. What can a boy like you know of the wicked world outside?
How can I tell it's wicked? Unless I travel far and wide. Cities are meant to be built.
Cats are meant to be chased.
I want to go. Go!
No, no, you're getting us all disgraced.
Think of all the temptation in the giddy metropolis. There's certainly no temptation to stick around in a dump like this.
You're gonna listen to me.
You're gonna do as you're told. I want to go now. You think I was 5 years old?
What can a dog like me do when the family starts to row? Go and lie in your corner and stop your beastly bow, wow, wow. You'll get no supper tonight.
Away this minute to bed. You've got to go. Go! I'm packing my things instead.
Goodbye, Father. Goodbye, Mother. Oh, come on, Ringo. Let's get out of here. Come on, Mr. Space.
Goodbye, and thank you for your hospitality.
Go without me, would they? I don't care. When Mickey gets to London, I'll be there. Do you think I'm bad? Do you? Yes, I thought perhaps you would. Well, I'm not bad, really. Just misunderstood. I love you all. I want to make it clear. I know that I'm a rat, but I am terribly sincere. I love this world and every single soul in it. All that I want is just complete control in it.
Now, have you got the train tickets, my dear?
Surely you had them, my dear.
No, I definitely remember giving them to you.
Oh, yes, just as you say, dear.
Well, look then.
Look
in your wallet.
My wallet, yes.
Go on. Look in your pocket.
My pocket, yes. Look in my pocket.
Excuse me. You seem to me to be people of wealth and education. My poor old mother lies sick in the hospital.
Go away, we are busy.
Yes, I'm very, very busy.
But surely you would like to help a poor, sick old woman.
Why should I? I couldn't care less.
My, oh my. Is your wife all right? She looks rather strange to me.
I can see nothing wrong with her. She looks exactly the same to me.
Are you sure? I heard her say something and then... what was it I heard her say? I couldn't care...
She simply said I couldn't care less.
This is so simple. I shall do it to the whole world.
Have you got the train tickets, my dear?
Yes.
Did you see that? Yes. We'll have to stick very close together, otherwise we'll all be turned into animals. That would be terrible, wouldn't it?
Terrible. Dreadful. Awful. What are you talking about? I'm a dog. I don't find it too bad.
Oh, yes, you're a very remarkable dog.
Yeah. Oh, do you think so?
I know so.
Really?
Honestly.
You sure?
Well, actually, when you're...
All right, I heard you the first time.
I say, do you think all these people out there might help us?
They might. They look a nice bunch of people, don't they? I'll ask them. Look, by now you already know that Uncle Disgrace or Old Whisker's Face or the King of the Rats or whatever they call him is trying to turn everybody into animals. Now he waits till he hears somebody say, I couldn't care less, and then he turns them into animals. As a matter of fact, he's turned a lot of people into animals already, but they don't know about it yet, do they?
No, they don't. So what we want you to do is this. We want all you little boys and little girls and all your mothers and fathers, whenever you hear anybody start to say, I couldn't care, you shout, don't, as loudly as possible. Can you do that?
Of course they can. Don't, as loud as you can. All right, don't forget, will you?
I tell you what, we'll have a little rehearsal, shall we?
Good idea.
Now you pop off,
Yes.
and come on again, ever so nonchalant, and say, I couldn't care less.
Rightio, I'll go off. Come on. Ever so what?
Oh, look it up later.
Yeah, all right. Here I go. Right. Here I come.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you know that a hippopotamus breathes through the soles of its feet?
Does it really? Oh, yes, I couldn't care less. I forgot. Right, here we go again, right? Here I come.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you know that a hippopotamus breathes through the soles of its feet?
I couldn't care. Ooh.
Not very good, Roger.
Not very loud.
No, very, very soft.
Have to do much better than that. I tell you what, you go off and come on like an elephant.
Nonchalant.
Or whatever it is. You go off and come and do it and say I couldn't get less. You have a go,
Right,
all right?
right, yes.
Don't forget, much louder than that this time. You can do it, I'm sure you can. Come on. Good morning.
Good morning.
Did you know that the soles of my feet breathe like a rhinoceros?
I couldn't care less.
Oh, that's much better,
Very
isn't
good.
it? Very good
indeed. Now listen, that's what we want you to do, you see. Whenever you hear anybody start to say, I couldn't care...
Jolly good.
Very
Go on,
good.
give it to him again.
Very
Go on,
good.
try again.
I couldn't care...
Splendid.
Wonderful.
What's more for luck? Come on.
I couldn't care...
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I smell a rat. I smell a rat. Where is he? Darling, that's Mr. Space. Excuse me, would you mind pulling that?
Oh, dear, we'll never find them now. I'm so tired.
Oh, hey, you! Have you seen a boy and a dog and a bone with long ears?
What, the bone?
No, the dog. Oh, there he is. Ringo, where's your master?
He's gone for a walk. Yes, it's a very long walk, yes. As a matter of fact, he got this big bus and... Go away over there.
No,
I said it's lovely
I
over
don't
there.
believe it. Oh, what a way to greet your ma and pa when we've come all this way to find you.
Oh, I've missed you something terrible, son. Especially at milking time.
And at pig feeding time, I bet.
I need you, Mickey. Your mother's only got me to nag now.
So we left everything to see how you're getting on in this hard, cruel world.
I was getting on all right until now.
I knew it. Our lad's in trouble. We must look after him.
How can I make my fortune with you around?
Never mind about fortunes. I smell food.
What you want?
Ringo, you shouldn't have done it. Please forgive him and let him go. He's a good dog, really, but we've come so far and we're all so hungry that he doesn't want it for himself, but for us. Hey, Ringo?
That's right. You can say what you like. Your dog is a juvenile delinquent. He's a rocker. He's a shotter. He's a mod and he's going to quad with a cart.
Oh, no, please. Don't let him take Ringo. Can't somebody do something? Father, they're going to send Ringo to prison.
Couldn't care less. It must have been the rat. You forgot, didn't you?
Hello, what's happening here?
Well, we were too slow over there, and they were too slow down there, and he said I couldn't care, and the rat turned him into a bear.
Where?
Over there.
Did he really say I couldn't care?
It's all a lot of nonsense. My husband's the same as he's always been, aren't you, dear?
A bear's a bear, my dear, and I don't care, my dear. Oh, you can call me any name. I'm just the same.
Well, he looks just the same to me.
Are all you people short-sighted or something?
They all just look the same as each other, just like a load of fish.
He is a bit bear-like. But then, to tell the truth, he always has been. You'd better be careful, or you'll all turn into animals.
Mickey, my dear boy, won't you come home with us now before it's too late? Think of your poor father.
No, I'm going to London. I haven't had much luck so far, but I know there's a fortune to be found.
Good for you, Mickey. There's always something new and exciting just ahead.
That's right, Mr. Space.
Somewhere just beyond tomorrow, after night and sorrow, comes the day. Somewhere the sun is rising, driving shadows all away. Never, though the road be dreary, let your heart grow weary, young or old. Somewhere, there's a new day dawning, bright and gold. Somewhere, while the earth is turning, there's a pulse of burning through the night. Somewhere, another morning dawning, beautiful and bright. Somewhere, millions are awaking, eager to be taking journeys new.
They sing, poor fools, but little do they know, Rat King's the one who really runs the show.
Somewhere just beyond tomorrow, after night and sorrow, comes the day. Somewhere the sun is rising.
Come along, my friends, and listen to what I have to say. Good evening, madam. How delightful to see you. And you too, sir. Pray listen to my words of wisdom. Oh, delighted to see you, sir. I am talking to you tonight on the subject of fun. F-U-N. Fun! I want you all to have lots and lots of fun. Well, don't you want to have fun?
I'm not so sure.
Well, you're going to have fun whether you like it or not. No inch of it. Fun palaces for everyone. And if you listen to me, I'll show you the way to achieve it. What I say is, down with the government, down with America, down with Russia, down with decency.
My wife wants to know about the price of eggs.
What about my new swimming pool?
Down with lamb chops.
That's what I say every day, my dear. Oh, down with lamb chops. Down with parents. Down with teenagers. Oh. Down with the lords. Down with the aristocracy.
And what have you got to say for yourself, Mr. I Am Mighty?
Wait. I didn't quite catch that remark.
Down with everyone and everything.
I couldn't care less. I'm out for myself and I couldn't care less.
What happened to us? Nothing to us.
It's number one first or you miss the bus. We gotta get more. We gotta get more. We love us with a lifelong love. We're the ones we most adore. We gotta get more. We gotta get more. We couldn't care less.
Oh, welcome to London, my dear Mickey. Welcome to you all. Oh, that horrible dog, that horrible Mr. Space. Oh, delighted to see you, my dear sir.
Congratulations, you're doing quite well, I see.
You mean my uncle's responsible for all this?
He's not your real uncle, Mickey.
I told you I'd turn them all into animals in the end.
We gotta get more. We gotta get more.
You pretty ugly creatures. You're nothing but a lot of animals. What's happened to you?
It's quite simple, my dear Mickey. They just said those beautiful, glorious words. I couldn't care less, that's all. And one day you're going to say them too, Mickey Merry. Come along, have a try. I couldn't care.
No, I won't. It's not even true. I might not be what I should be, but I do care.
I care for the wind and the hills and the heather. I care for the showers and the bright sunny weather. I care for the white and the black and the brown, the folk in the village, the folk in the town, the rich and the rare, the poor and the bare, the plain and the fair. I care for the wind and the hills and the heather. I care for the showers and the bright sunny weather. I care for the sheep and the cows and the cats. I care for the horses, the pigs and the rats, the fox in his lair, the hound and the hare, the wolf and the bear.
Curses! slipping out of my power.
I care for the wind and the hills and the heather. I care.
Let's go away from these horrible people.
I care for the shores and the bright sunny weather.
Oh, I care for the wind, and
Will you stop making an exhibition of yourself? Care away. Care all you want. But if you want to know what I think, I couldn't care.
Well done. Just in time. I say, Mickey, now's our chance. We've only to teach Lord Swill to say 3 things. He'll turn into a human being again, and the rattling spell over him will be broken. Now, what do you say, Mr. Merry?
Oh, I'll do that in no time, Mr. Space. And then we'll get all the other animals over to our side.
Well, you won't find it easy. Not easy at all.
Just wait and watch. Lord Swill, you're a very intelligent pig, aren't you? Now, the 3 magic words are please, thank you, and sorry. Now, let's start with the first. Say please. Say please. Say please. I know what's the matter. We're not saying it loud enough. You must help me. You see, he's got such big floppy ears that he finds it hard to hear. Now, let's all shout please. 1, 2, 3. Oh, it's no good. We'll have to do it again. Louder. 1, 2, 3. I told you so. I don't believe he was ever a human. And if he was the most stubborn, stupid, greedy, lazy, good-for-nothing human I've ever met in all my life. And I wish I'd never tried to help him. And as for teaching him to say please, or thank you, or sorry, he'll never learn. And if he stays a big, fat old pig for the rest of his life, I couldn't care less.
Mickey, where are you? Mickey!
I can't see anymore. There's something pressing down on my head. My fingers are turning into claws.
Mickey! Mickey! Quick, Mickey, say the magic words. There are no magic words.
I can't remember. I can't remember anything.
Yes, you can, Mickey. Do you want us to help you?
You cannot help him now.
Yes, yes.
Yes, what, Mickey? Yes, what?
Please, please.
Oh, curse that, Mr. Space.
Now the other 2 words, Mickey. I will help you.
Thank you, thank you.
Now the last word.
I can't remember. I can't remember it.
It's sorry, Mickey. Sorry.
Sorry. Oh, Mickey, are you all right? Yes.
Oh, I didn't enjoy that a bit. Come on, let's get out of here.
Yes, let's go home. It's hopeless. I'll never help anybody. I'll never make my fortune in this awful place with these awful creatures.
Yes, let's go home and starve in decency and comfort.
Just a minute, Mickey. Did you say please to Lord Swill when you wanted him to say please? Did you say please to the audience when you asked them to help?
No, I don't think so. I can't remember.
Exactly. Now, how do you expect Lord Swill to behave like a human being and say please when you don't say it yourself?
Oh, I never thought of that.
Very few people do. How many fingers have you got?
10, 8.
I haven't got any fingers, just paws.
Now, when you point one of those fingers at somebody else, what happens? Now, try it and see.
When I point my finger at my neighbor, there are 3 more pointing back at me. The little one says, you're not so hot. If you blame the other fellow, then you're on the spot. When I point my finger at my neighbor, it just ain't honesty. 'Cause in my heart I feel that I first must deal with the 3 that are pointing at me. When I point my finger at my neighbor, there are 3 more pointing back at me. The second one says, go easy, mate. You ain't cleared the rubbish at your own back gate. Or when I point my finger at my neighbor, it just ain't honesty. Because I realize I must first get wise to the 3 that are pointing at me. When I point
my finger at my neighbour, there are 3 more pointing back at me. The third one says, supposing you had to run the country, what would you do? Or would you point your finger at your neighbour? Where would this nation be? Well, I couldn't wait, so I soon got straight with the 3 that are pointing at me. When I point my finger at my neighbour, there are 3 more pointing back at me. They seem to say, see here, my lad,
Maybe you were just about 3 times as bad.
when I point my finger at my neighbour, it just ain't honesty. 'Cause in my heart I feel that I first must deal with the 3 that are pointing.
3 that are pointing.
3 that are pointing.
3 that are pointing.
Back at me.
Oh, it's no good. He's hopeless.
Don't give up, Mickey.
I know. Perhaps Lord Swill will say please to music.
That's a good idea. I'll tell you what we'll do. All right?
Yeah.
Oh, I say, I wonder if they'd like to help us again. Shall I ask them? Would you like to help us, please?
Yes!
Thank you. Come on, join in.
Please say please. Don't please. Please say please. Don't
So open your mouth without any shout. It's a gentleman's shout. So open your mouth and start to shout.
Please say please, please say please, please say please.
I think I have a way of making Lord Swill say please. Now watch this. Lord Swill. Please! Thank you very much, old boy. Jolly decent of you.
It's wonderful. It's marvellous. But I never thought a pig would eat sausages. It's cannibalism.
My dear fellow, you mustn't call me a piggy-wiggy. Why, my family came over with William the Conqueror.
On 4 legs, if you ask me.
Really, my dear madam, really, do pray restrain your little self. Now in you go, my beauties. Very useful things, these toppers. Always take one shopping with me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a very happy occasion. I do not wish to exaggerate. I don't wish to pretend that I'm different. But I must say I do feel different.
And by golly, you look different, Swilly, old sausage.
Say, steady. Now, in view of this happy metamorphosis, I have a wild desire to celebrate, and I should like to ask you all to a little do. Well, I would rather say a ball at Swill Hall. Now, will you all come? Please. Oh, goody. Well, I'll go and have the sumptuous banquet prepared. Oh, please say please. Don't be a tease. Oh, please say please. Don't be a tease.
Kindly don't forget, Swill hasn't managed to say sorry yet. He's 2/3 human, but the final third depends on saying a much harder word. Until it's said, my power does not fail. He's lost his head, but still has got his tail. And when this party starts, to their surprise, they'll find Swill Hall is nothing but pigsties.
Dear people, I'm so glad you were all able to come.
It's a bit close in here, isn't it?
Come now, the banquet is ready.
I will lead the way. What on earth is the meaning of this? I have never been so insulted in all my life.
Sorry, animals with tails is one thing, humans with tails is another. It just isn't natural.
I am what I am.
Oh, but you aren't what you were, if you'll pardon me.
No, and he isn't what he's going to be either. Have you forgotten? He hasn't said the third word yet. Lord Swill, you must say sorry.
But what on earth have I ever done that I should use that horrible word?
Oh, I agree. I wouldn't say it for $1 million. It isn't natural, and it isn't human. After all, politicians don't say it. Parents don't. Clergymen don't. Teachers don't. Why should we?
Exactly. They thought they could escape my power. While no man thinks he's wrong, it's still my hour.
Mr. Space, surely you can suggest something. Unless we get rid of that tail, we'll go back to something worse than ever.
But what on earth have I ever done that I should be regretful for?
You've just been a pig, that's all.
I am what I am!
Oh, you keep on saying that.
Silence!
What happens now?
I said quiet, Mickey. Perhaps we'll get an idea.
My alarm clock.
Yes, Mother. It's your alarm clock. And I stole it.
There you are. There's your precious Mickey Medley Who dares to fight against me? He's nothing but a thief. I'm going to have you put in prison.
Ringo! Help!
I can't help you now. He's miles away looking
Mickey, did you really steal my alarm clock? Well, it's my alarm clock in a way, because it's rung just in time to wake me up. I could have helped you on the farm, Pa. I could have helped you in the home. But I got so sick and tired of your nagging and knocking that I just couldn't wait to get away. So I took the alarm clock and other things too. I'm sorry.
Excuse me. Did I hear you say,
Yes, you did. I've been trying to get you to say sorry when I haven't said it myself. Please forgive me, Lord Swill. I am sorry.
The word, I think, was...
Yes?
Gad, sir, I'm not going to be licked by a young pup like you. If I've been a pig when I was supposed to be a man, very well then. I am sorry, too.
Look! He said it! He said it!
Hooray! Hooray! Hooray!
Please, thank you and sorry. Magical, magical sounds, making people from piggies, humans from horses and hounds. 3 magical phrases, helping us all to see how to stop being the folk that we are and become what we're meant to be. So it's please when you want a cake, and thanks for a candy. And when you are in the wrong, then sorry comes in handy. Please, thank you and sorry, simple to say it's true. Not so simple or easy when you really mean it too. An unfailing maneuver for bringing a fight to an end, and a practical tip when you're wanting to turn an enemy into a friend. It works at the garden gate when you don't like your neighbor. It works for a man of state, conservative or labor.
Now then, all together, what are the 3 magical words?
Please, thank you, and sorry.
Very, very nice.
Wonderful! Isn't it, Ringo?
Yes, except for one thing.
What's that?
What about your fortune?
You mean our fortune?
Yes, our fortune.
I wish you could find a fortune for all of us.
Yes, or we'll all go on being hungry.
And never have any more nice fish.
Or a choice chunk of cheddar cheese.
But all this hunger seems so silly and unnecessary.
You don't know the earth very well, do you?
No, but there seems to be plenty of everything on it. Bread, rice,
Fish.
Cheese, bones,
Apple sauce?
eggs.
Ice cream? Wool?
Who eats wool?
Yes. Why doesn't everyone care enough and share enough so that everyone has enough to make everyone happy?
Because everyone else is so selfish.
And sooner or later you'll all start saying I couldn't care less once again, and I'll have you all back in my power. So long as I can keep you frightened and greedy and selfish, there will always be thousands who are too fat and millions who are too thin.
Do you know something? I think your power is coming to an end, old boy. If you look around you, there aren't any animals left.
Except Ringo.
How would you like to be a human, Ringo?
Oh, no, I don't think I'd like that.
No, nor should I.
I'm very pleased to hear it. You see, it's all very difficult with humans, you know. I mean, you never know where you are. For example, you can call someone a kitten and she'll purr. But you call her a cat and she'll scratch her eyes out. You can call him a little mousykins and he goes all funny. Go on, go all funny. You see what I mean? But you call him a rat and he gets mad. You can call her a little chick, but not an old hen. A lamb, but not a sheep. And a fella might think he's a wolf and be proud of it. But you can't very well call him a rabbit. It's all very confusing. No, thanks. I don't want to be a human being. Let me stay the same old way. With a bone I'm quite content. A flea to catch, a back to scratch, a rat to chase, like Uncle Disgrace. So let me stay the same old way. I want to be the way I meant. And I'll show you how to love and laugh the livelong day. With a bone and a master, I'm quite content.
What is a man without a dog?
What is a dog without a man? They treat each other like a brother because they know they need each other. What is a dog without a man?
What is a man without a dog?
And every man and dog on earth is truly needed.
If that's the thing we still to learn, it's high time we did.
What is a dog without a man?
What is a man
Without a dog? So let me stay the same old way. With a bone I'm quite content. A flea to catch, a back to scratch, a rat to chase, like Uncle Disgrace. So let me stay the same old way. I want to be the way I'm meant. And I'll show you how to love and laugh the livelong day. With a bone and a master, with a bone and a master, with a bone and a master, I'm quite content.
There you are. See what I mean? You all really prefer being like animals?
It's not true. I wouldn't like to be a rat like you.
No, not any of us.
A pig's one thing, don't you know? Pigs have pedigree, but a rat? Oh, quite different. Besides, you can smell a rat.
You can smell a pig.
Now, don't get personal, old man. No offense meant, I assure you. But there is quite a contrast in odors. One smells, as it were, like a pig, and the other, I can only describe it as a distinctly ratty scent.
I wish we could turn old Uncle Disgrace here into a human.
That you'll never do. I'll stay king of the rats forever. I wouldn't stoop so low as to become a human. You're much better off as animals. I'm the best friend you ever had. Did you but know it?
I must do something about that terrible rat.
Well, what shall we do with him now that we've caught him?
String him up.
Bury him.
Put him in a zoo.
What about the waxworks?
Oh, yes, the Chamber of Horrors.
I know. Why don't you take him back where you come from?
No, thank you very much. We have craters where I come from. We don't have sewers, yet. No, I think you better keep him around here. He's useful to you.
Useful?
Yes. He'll help you to remember never to say, I couldn't care.
Don't!
You see, if he weren't around, you'd be able to say, you know what, perfectly safely, you think. You think you'd be able to get away with it. And would you? I wonder. Anyway, you better remember the 3 magical words. You never know when you may need them.
Oh dear, I've forgotten the 3 magical words already.
Well, let's have another go then.
Please, thank you and sorry. Magical, magical sounds, making people from piggies, humans from horses and hounds. 3 magical phrases, helping us all to see how to stop being the folk that we are and become what we're meant to be.
Come in, number 15. Your time is up.
Very good, just coming. Tell grandmother to have my favourite meteor pudding ready for me.
I hope your meteor pudding chokes you.
I'll be back if you get up to any of your tricks again.
Never fear. So will I.
Do come back.
I will, I certainly will. Just to hear you saying do instead of don't will make it worth the trip.
Send me a slice of that meteor pudding, please.
Be careful, mind you don't fall.
Me fall, I couldn't care.
Don't!
Wonderful, wonderful world. Wonderful, wonderful world. Made for joy and not for sorrow. Wonderful, wonderful world. Come on then, live in the sun. Every man working his will head for the slaughter, the jungle or the zoo.
And every class crazy human must learn to be a new man.
Remember that goes for you, man, or rat will get you too. Wonderful, wonderful